Hello, my fair citizens. Strider the Mayor here with Sodium City. I want to welcome you back to the Salt Mines. Let's get right into the news. Starting off this week, we do have reports of somebody roping in tournaments. Who even does that? We also have Kamigawa Neon Dynasty announcement with some beautiful artwork, and of course, the start of spoiler season. Again. We also have updates on Modern League Trophy Race hosted by Aspiring Spike, and of course, the biggest MTGA leak so far. I feel like Dean is the real Lex Luthor of the MTG community because he always has drama going on. But here's what he had to tweet out. Imagine roping me in a tournament and then spamming emotes. If he's associated with you, Channel Fireball, you should have a word. If he's not, you should probably reach out and have him change their name. Either way, not a good look. 3-0, by the way. And then, of course, he included a screenshot of himself getting roped. Now, the person accused here, Nathan L. MTG, does in fact have CFB_ in his MTGA name. So it's a logical assumption to think that he is part of Channel Fireball in some capacity, as that's exactly how they have all of their names set up. But in response to that deleted tweet, Dean was able to say, yes, I'm the dumb one. Good luck as an aspiring pro and streamer. You're not making friends. Obviously, this can mean a few things. A, he doesn't care to talk about it. B, he doesn't want to defend himself. Or C, can't defend himself. However, after all the DMs he's sent Dean, and after all the trash talking, I don't even know if A or B are valid options. However, we do need more evidence. So let's dig into the thread a bit. So we have Brendan De Condillo and JRR2 both complaining about the same exact person in the same exact month, December, about both roping and spamming emotes. So typically, I don't like to dogpile and just take people's word for it, especially when I'm trying to be responsible with this totally super serious news show. However, when there are different people providing screenshots and posting on Twitter at completely different dates, completely independent of each other, it makes it really hard for me to give Nathan the benefit of the doubt. On top of everything, Nathan keeps deleting his tweets, which makes him look even more guilty. I have no idea how I'm supposed to be on this guy's side whatsoever when there's zero evidence or zero attempts at him trying to make himself seem innocent. Now, one of my biggest issues with this isn't actually with Nathan. It's with Dean tagging Channel Fireball, saying that they might want to have a talk with him if they're affiliated. Now, I'm really against going after someone's sponsor or their well-being over something as completely stupid as roping and spamming them with emotes in a tournament. I think that's absolutely ridiculous. Yeah, the rhetoric is bad and it's a horrible look, but if it's not against tournament rules, then what do you actually expect Channel Fireball to do? It doesn't make any sense. If it is against tournament rules, then they just get banned from the tournament. And if it's against everybody's tournament rules, then they get banned from every single tournament. Which brings me to my next question. Do you think that there should be some sort of shared ban list amongst tournaments or organizations for problematic people? Now, obviously, this could be abused in some ways, or it could be really useful in other ways. So let me know what you think in the comments section below. Next, we have Kamigawa Neon Dynasty releasing on February 18th, 2022. Oh my gosh, it's only a month and a half away. It feels like the sets just keep coming out. We just had Alchemy. There's spoilers all over the place, but if you haven't seen it already, the artwork for this set is amazing. They have some Japanese manga artists doing this. The guy that did Fist of the North Star is doing it's awesome. It's awesome, all right? It actually almost makes me want to pick up Paper Magic again. That's legitimately how good this is. I mean, that's never going to happen, right? Who plays Paper Magic? Wow. What a joke. There's been a handful of spoilers that have come out, but not a whole lot yet, as it usually does. Spoilers usually happen about 2 weeks prior to the actual set release, but they'll kind of trickle in from the weekly shows that Magic does on their weekly show over on Twitch. But since we are in a perpetual spoiler season, I'm not sure when you'll actually see this video, so let me know what card you're most looking forward to in the comments section below. There has also been an ongoing trophy race for the modern players in MTGO. This was issued by Aspiring Spike, who's one of the biggest MTG streamers on the entire Twitch platform. Now, this is across every single format, being Standard, Historic, Pioneer, Legacy, Commander, anything. Just one of the biggest MTG streamers, period, right? So you know it's high profile if he's involved. If you were like me and you had no idea what a trophy is, you had to kind of ask some questions. So what I did is I just went around to some various modern streams and I found Misplaced Ginger. So when I went into his stream and was kind of asking some more questions, this clip happened.
Hey Spike. Long-time watcher, first-time chatter. I've recently decided to start crushing you in the trophy race, even though I'm one behind you still. Don't worry, I'll catch up soon enough. I just wanted to ask, can I have that little widget that you have that updates in real time so I can show my chat how much I'm crushing you by? Thanks in advance. Big fan.
So after seeing this, I knew I had to interview him because I was like, hey, I need to know who the winner is so that I can interview them. When does this thing end? And he's like, oh, it ends in 6 weeks. And I was like, oh, well, you said you were going to be the winner, right? I can't wait 6 weeks. Let me just interview you now. And he's like, we ended up having a really long, fun, and interesting conversation about Modern as a whole, like how healthy the format is and all that other stuff. We talked about MTGO. We talked about another format that literally no one cares about. So if you want to see that conversation in its entirety, hit that subscribe button, bell notification so you don't miss that podcast tomorrow. And finally, we have the biggest leak yet. When you go to submit a bug in MTGA, you will be redirected to a website, mtgarena-support.wizards.com. Once you're there, you have to fill out the form using this information. What would you like to contact us about? Report a problem in your event. The event type, select other. The platform, you have Mac, PC, but then you have Xbox One Series XS, and you have PlayStation 4, and you have PlayStation 5. What? Now, initially, I just assumed that the support for all their games were going to the same website because they have had games on Xbox and PlayStation, but not like PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, or Xbox Series 1. Like, they haven't had that stuff. But this also specifically says MTG Arena-support.wizards.com. So all of this is way too specific to MTG Arena and not their other games using those platforms. Now, this could also just be a website template that they use and they're just too lazy to change it. And let's be honest, that wouldn't really surprise me because of the fact that their support website is a total joke and an 8th grader could do a better job, but that's besides the point. If they do decide to put MTGA on Xbox and PlayStation, this drastically expands the target market. First they went after mobile, and now they're possibly going after console. Now, I personally want to know what the player numbers are on mobile before I see them work on any console type of stuff, but they clearly have a reason to start pushing it into the console market, just like they had a reason to want to push it into the mobile market. So who really knows? But I also don't think it's playable on console. I think it would be too slow. I know that a lot of people are worried about the slowness on phones, but on phones you at least can like put your finger on it and twirl it around and stuff. But on console you can't really do that. You have to use your thumbsticks and then the buttons, and I just don't know how fast you're actually going to be able to do all that before roping out, or if you're playing best of 3, just running at a time. So I don't know, let me know in the comments section below if you think you would actually play MTGA on your console. And that's going to conclude this week's of the Salt Mine. If you want to see the long form conversation that I did end up having with Misplaced Ginger, make sure to come back tomorrow and you'll see that video up. We had a really cool and fun long conversation about MTGO and a bunch of other things that were going on. So if you don't want to miss that, again, hit that subscribe button, bell notification, come out videos on this channel 4 days a week. Thank you all so much for watching to the very end. I do appreciate it. It helps the channel grow, especially since it's a new one. So please share it with anybody who you think might be interested. Hit that subscribe button, bell notification, and leave a comment.